Chapter 835, Promise of Three Matters. Translator, Atlas Studios. Editor, Atlas Studios. Time passed. Zhongshan Chuan was finally at the last few steps of the refinement. The incomplete goo worm in the fire was becoming more clear. To play safe, he looked at Fang Yuan again. He saw that Fang Yuan had just finished the previous step. He had fused the 6 materials together. By this point, Zhongshan Chuan has to admire Fang Yuan's calmness. It is a pity. I am the victor of this duel. I will definitely get this green shine goo. Zhongshan Chuan was oozing with confidence. But when he retracted his gaze, Fang Yuan suddenly laughed loudly. Ha ha ha, Zhongshan Chuan, you lost. Look at my refinement path killer move. What? Zhongshan Chuan's heart shuddered. He immediately turned to look at Fang Yuan, only to see that Fang Yuan took out a goo worm and squashed it. Instantly, Zhongshan Chuan's pupils shrunk to the size of pins as he was about to jump. He screamed at Fang Yuan angrily. You actually destroyed green shine goo. As he said this, the fire in his hands became unstable. It went out of control and exploded. The explosion was not intense, but after it occurred, Zhongshan Chuan's clean face was covered in soot. He was like charcoal. It was a sad sight. Zhongshan Chuan was stunned on the spot. He froze like a statue. Such a huge change had occurred in mere moments. Everyone outside was silent for a few breaths before reacting. They were all shocked. Their voices overlapped and caused a huge wave of chattering. What a ruthless, demonic path goo master. He directly destroyed green shine goo, causing Zhongshan Chuan to lose control and fail the goo refinement. All his hard work was wasted. This Fang Yuan is too good at scheming. He flipped the situation around instantly. Zhongshan Chuan failed and has to restart the refinement now. Fang Yuan's advantage is too great now. Even if Zhongshan Chuan repeats the process, he cannot catch up to Fang Yuan. Most importantly, he only destroyed his own goo. This cannot be determined as him maliciously interfering with his opponent. Oh no, he actually did this. This actually happened. Old man Shan was flustered. Zhongshan Chuan suffered a huge blow. He took a long while before recovering. When he regained control of his mental state and restarted the goo refinement, Fang Yuan was at the last step already. This duel no longer had any surprises. Fang Yuan was the eventual winner. Exciting! This was too exciting. The spectators were commenting with much enthusiasm. Zhongshan Chuan was too young and naive. He lost his bright future now. Sigh. Some people felt pity. Of course, some people were happy, for example, in Han, but he was the first elder of a righteous sect. He could only be happy in secret. He had to express his sympathy towards Zhongshan Chuan's fate on the outside. The duel was over. Fang Yuan stood up as Zhongshan Chuan stared at the flame in his hands blankly. He lost. He lost his life, his bright future, to a mysterious demonic path goo master in a duel. How could this be? What should he do? Zhongshan Chuan felt that his future was bleak. There was no hope. Senior, please spare him. Both of us had eyes but failed to recognize Mount Tai. We offended Senior. Please be magnanimous. My disciple is still young and innocent. Please let him go. I am willing to replace him and contribute all of my savings in exchange for his freedom. Please have mercy on us. Please spare us. Old man Shan knelt on the ground, kowtowing to Fang Yuan nonstop. The old man's head hit the floor, causing a wave of loud thudding sounds. His face was covered in blood. Master! Master! Zhongshan Chuan was jolted to awareness. He hurried over and tried to help old man Shan get up. But old man Shan was insistent. He pushed his disciple away as he continued to kowtow, begging for mercy. Master! Zhongshan Chuan's face was full of tears. With a splat, he knelt down facing old man Shan. Everyone looked at this with varying expressions. Flying Frost. Sect's leader showed a look of regret and sympathy, and Han was coldly sneering internally. But the duel was over. How could the terms be changed under everyone's watchful gazes? Unless Fang Yuan was willing to let them go, but he was a ruthless, demonic cultivator. Zhongshan Chuan was a refinement path master at such a young age. How could Fang Yuan let him go? Even if it were the righteous path Gu masters in his position, they would not let Zheng Shanchuan go. Not going. The cruel and harsh side of the refinement path convention was displayed in front of everyone. But at the next moment, Fang Yuan said to old man Shan, "It is not impossible to let him go." And Han's mental sneer froze. The place went silent. What? Zheng Shanchuan was stunned. Old man Shan was the first to react. He was overjoyed. "Thank you, Senior, for your magnanimity. Thank you, Senior, for your kindness." Fang Yuan smiled. His tone was warm and kind. People should be kind to one another. That is also being kind to oneself. Everyone heard this and showed looks of disbelief. Weren't his words too fake? Who was it who destroyed the green shine Gu earlier and made a young lad lose? And Han's expression changed. He screamed inwardly, "Hey, are you still a demonic path Gu master? Quickly act ruthless. What are you saying? Are you not cold at all? Are you trying to make the entire demonic path lose face?" Fang Yuan's words changed. "But since you offended me, you need to be punished." Everyone immediately restored their composure. And Han calmed down. He was overjoyed. "Oh, so this is it. He is trying to toy with their relationship. Ha ha ha, that is right. This is the demeanor of the demonic path." Zheng Shanchuan's expression tightened. Old man Shan started to kowtow again. He shouted, "Lord, please have mercy." "Forget it. I will not make you my slave for life. I want you to do 3 things. But now you are not qualified yet to do things for me. As for what these 3 matters are, hey, I have not decided yet. Maybe I will not make you do any in your entire life. Maybe in the next moment, I will ask you to do 3 matters. It will all depend on my mood." Fang Yuan said slowly. His voice was not loud, but the people were quiet, listening to him. Old man Shan sighed out in relief. He shouted while holding back his tears, "Thank you, Lord, for your mercy." Zheng Shanchuan lowered his head. "Junior thanks Senior." 3 matters compared to being a slave for life. The former was much easier to accept. Central Continent was dominated by the righteous path. If Zheng Shanchuan had the identity of a demonic path Gu master's slave, even if he had refinement path talent, he would be unable to be successful and make a name for himself. But handling these 3 matters was just an agreement. Having an agreement between righteous path and demonic path Gu masters was nothing much. Zheng Shanchuan's future was still very bright. Looking at the master and disciple who were extremely grateful to him, Fang Yuan laughed, ordering, "Both of you, bite your tongues and give me a drop of blood from the tips of your tongues." Old man Shan and Zheng Shanchuan looked at each other. They bit their tongues and gave the blood to Fang Yuan with much fear. Fang Yuan stretched out his right arm, and his 5 fingers closed up, grasping the 2 drops of blood in his hand. Next, he moved his hand, grinding with his fingers as black smoke emerged from the spaces between his fingertips. When the black smoke faded, Fang Yuan opened his hand, showing 2 Gu worms. Old man Shan and Zheng Shanchuan were staring with wide-open eyes. These 2 Gu were a pair of rank 4 Gu. Everyone gasped. Fang Yuan was actually so formidable, he refined a pair of rank 4 Gu in a few breaths' time. This is the technique of blood path. He actually has such astounding blood path Gu refinement techniques. Flying Frost Sect's higher-ups were showing dark expressions. Even the demonic path Gu masters outside showed looks of wariness. Blood path was notorious. It was even more vile than using soul path techniques to burn human souls. Righteous path members would hunt it down. Even the demonic path often excluded it. This pair of rank 4 Gu can sense each other. You 2 will take one, I will take the other. If I have anything to request of you, I will send someone over carrying this blood path Gu worm as the symbol. These 2 blood path Gu worms can sense each other and tell if they are real. Even if you die in the future, these 3 matters will extend to your children, descendants, disciples, and other later generations. Are you willing? If not, be my slave, Fang Yuan said. Willing, we are willing, old man Shan replied hurriedly. Fang Yuan's hand moved, and one of the blood path goo worms was tossed to old man Shishan. He tossed Zhongshan Chuan another goo. When Zhongshan Chuan received this goo, he was stunned and he stammered, This, this is green shine goo? Fang Yuan stored the other blood path goo worm away, as he said slowly laughing, Did you really think I destroyed green shine goo? As he laughed, he left the dumbfounded goo masters behind, turning around and leaving. Zhongshan Chuan looked blankly at Fang Yuan leaving, as old man Shishan stored the blood path goo worm carefully. He did not dare to violate this agreement. Their witnesses were not just Flying Frost Sect, but the entire Refinement Path Convention itself. All of the competitions, including this duel, were recorded. Central Continent's 10 great ancient sects and all of the forces that joined the Refinement Path Convention had the evidence. He could not deny it. Master, you need to heal the injury on your head. Zhongshan Chuan quickly got up, helping old man Shishan up. Go, quickly leave. We cannot stay here anymore. Old man Shishan was intimidated by Fang Yuan's methods. He was truly shell-shocked now. He urged his disciple to leave this terrifying place. With this, Zhongshan Chuan backed out of the competition, no longer joining the rest of the rounds. But he had obtained green shine goo, his original goal. After this matter, old man Shishan gave Zhongshan Chuan a good lesson, using this as an example, telling him how vicious Fang Yuan's methods were. He truly had a grasp on the nature of people. He next told Zhongshan Chuan about the jealousy of Flying Frost Sect's first elder, An Han, toward the talents of others. He was the person surreptitiously encouraging this duel. Zhongshan Chuan matured greatly from this matter. He finally understood his own shortfalls, as well as the vicious nature of the world. For most of his life, he tried all sorts of ways to treat old man Shishan while raising his refinement path attainment, keeping a low profile. When he was 53 years old, he healed old man Shishan's poison. When he was 88 years old, he became a refinement path grandmaster, without causing much of a disturbance. In his final years, he returned to Central Continent's East Coast, creating a sect that he named after himself. It was called Shan Chuan Hall. His life ended at 150 years old. He did not join the Refinement Path Convention ever again. As for the agreement of those three matters, that was another story.